Okay, good morning to everyone. In the previous class, we were discussing about the uh, that is gutter inlets. Of course, these are composed of curved gutter inlets acting as a single unit, and exactly these are placed right in front of the curb inlet, but it may be displaced in an overlapping end-to-end positions. So of course, we have in detail studied, and it has own importance in highway engineering also. Wherever the stormwater has to be taken away from the roads, these gutter inlets are preferred. So then, the next one, that is the catch basins. The catch basins are the structures of hookah chamber and stout cover. They are meant for the retention of the suspended grit, sludge, and other heavy debris, and the floating rubbish from the rainwater which otherwise might have entered into causing choking problems. Then, why this catch? Catch means always you can say it is it has to catch whatever the suspended grids what we are speaking now, means it has to be used to recover or retrieve the suspended grids, sludge, and other heavy debris from the sewer networks. So, so in between, when the construction uh, has to happen to remove all these suspended grids. Grids, if I say, of course, uh, it is having the specific gravity of more than 1.8. If I take that grid, if I say it's the grid, the specific gravity is little bit higher than 1.8. It may includes the mud also. It may includes the sand also. Even that can be removed with the help of this catch basins. So either it will be constructed with the help of the RCC, or sometimes it is masonry, so that um, whatever the unwanted matters that are there in the sewage, that can be removed with the help of the catch basins. So then sludge, it is used for uh, whatever the catch basins are there, even it will remove the sludge. If I say it is a sludge, normally the specific gravity will be very less. Of course, sometimes uh, it may settle after some time, or uh, at the initial stage it won't settle, but after some time it is going to settle at the bottom. So then some of the heavy debris, of course, for example, some of the stones and sands, if that are there present in the sewage, that can be removed in the catch basins. Then floating, if I say some of the oil and grease, some of the things will be there. Not exactly the oil and grease. Some of the floating rubbish will be there um, in the sewer, that can be removed um, from the rainwater. Normally, when the rainwater is coming and which is joining to the sewers, when it is a combined flow is happening, then some of the floating material which will come and chalk the sewage network. So even that can be removed in uh, in this catch basins. So then it is one structure which will capture all these type of materials. So this is how the catch basins will be there. Um, this is, if you see, this is a sewer line. Sewer line. When it is going, you can see the accumulation of the silt as well as the debris which is present in uh, the sewer network, that can be removed in the sewer lines. And this is the wall. Of course, it is made up of RCC. Sometimes it is masonry. Based on the load of the sewer. If the load is more, it is better to go for the reinforcements. Otherwise, masonry structure is enough for the catch basins. Then here normally gratings will be provided so that any unwanted material should not enter into this section. And normally this we can call it as a curb. You already know that in the highway engineering side, uh, due along the highway, if you see the rise, what we are talking about above the road, it is nothing but the curb. Then it has to be provided with gratings so that whatever the water it will be there, it has to be filtered or it has to be taken away from the road itself. And this kind of structures they will make so that uh, whatever the debris and the other materials will be there, directly it has to go and it has to settle here. Then the next one is the flushing tank. These flushing tanks are provided to flush the sewers. They are seldom used at such places where the self-cleansing velocity is not developed, or when the ground is flat, then it is not possible to lay a sewer line at a designed gradients. This is very important. Flushing tanks required to flush the sewer lines. So of course, these kind of constructions are very important. Wherever the ground is very flat, if no gradient is there, automatic gradients, we already say that uh, we already say that the sewer lines are made up of with gravity based, and your water supply distribution always it is under pressure. If that is the case, if no gradients are provided, then we have to go ahead with the flushing tanks. Then one is that we already discussed the self cleansing velocity. Self self cleansing velocity. If the self cleansing velocity is not developing, means what I already said that there is 0.45 meter per second to zero point 0.9 meter per second. If this much velocity is not there, then your silt, the silt, sand, whatever the debris, what we are talking about, it is going to settle at the bottom. Once if you are not moving it, it is going to choke the sewer lines. Of course, these are installed at a suitable intervals by seeing the design. We have to design it properly. Where is the location of this flushing tanks? Then when it comes to the working of the sewer lines, you can see this is what the construction where your line is there. Then this is one type of U2 construction, and water is whatever the water required for this, it is entering here. Then this is what the sewer line. These are the gate walls. So if any blockage is happening in this section, assume that this is what the sewer line. If any blockage is happening, so immediately if you open this gate, two gates, automatically it will enter to the um, sewer lines. Then once it will enter to the sewer lines, then uh, it is very difficult to remove. Uh, Suppose if it is a flat, assume that it is a flat. If the water which is not entered, then it will settle here only. Then it will block all pipe. So then, if you want to remove this, then you have to open this gate, and automatically it is going to open. Then it will move from the this direction. And once it is removed, of course, that side it has not shown. Separate tank they are going to make. Whatever the flushed it will be there, it will be collected in one tank. Because you are not supposed to remove all those things in a single uh, steps. It is going to chalk whatever the sand, debris, whatever it will be there. It is going to test removed at that extent only. So because of that reason, at some intervals, catch basins will be provided along with the flushing tanks. So the remaining appurtenances we will discuss in the next class.